Hi, good evening everyone. Vanakkam. Thank you so much for joining with us today. The webinar topic for today's session is fun with maths, and we have Akash with us to go us on with the webinar. Good evening, Akash. Thank you so much for joining. Probably you can start on the session.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Yes, you can start on the session, Akash.
Yeah, fine. So, good evening, everyone. This is Akash, faculty at Vision Defense Institute. So, I welcome everyone for the webinar that is Fun with Maths. So, for a kind information, this is a part one. Tomorrow we'll be having a part two of this session also. So, today I assure you that I would give you a clear-cut idea of what is maths and how to go with the maths, how to have fun having maths. So, as I already told you that I have met many people. A lot of people, whenever I meet them, they always have a doubt. So, what is maths and how do we have fun with maths? Or how do we read maths? So, whenever I see maths, only I could see space, I could see only latitude, longitude, or of course, I could see only the name of the oceans or something like that. Or colorful, I could see only colorful shades. Oh, then how could I go with that? So, today I will be giving you a brief idea, very short idea of how to go with it. That is, first of all, whatever thing which is going on Earth, or whatever this thing which is being on Earth, or maybe a physical one, or maybe a chemical part also, everything is linked with geography. So whatever thing, for example, if you want to go for a new place, we always take out the map and we always stick to it. And sometimes people used to joke also that wherever you want to go, just take out your Google map and don't trust Google Maps always. It's not like that. The maps are something which will tell you the coordinate or which will tell you where you are and exactly what place is it. So everyone, the people who are listening to my webinar are definitely they will have a smartphone with us. So having a smartphone is something we are being going advanced. So having a smartphone with at least a minimum of 10% charge, it's just enough for you to get the location of where we are standing or get the idea of where we are heading towards also. For example, we would have seen many movies that people or in our day-to-day life or in our life also that wherever we want to go, for example, I have planned to go to Nagaland. So I would just, if I want to go to travel from Trichy to from Chennai to Trichy or Trichy to Mumbai, I will definitely take out a map and see that what is the easiest way to go there. Or, for example, if I want to know, since it is a digital world, everything has become very digital one and very easy accessible to us. It has become very easy accessible to us to reach a particular place. For example, if you want to have a good chat with my friends or want to have a good coffee at Chennai, I'll definitely go to the Google and type the best coffee shops in Chennai so that I get a list of places. In that, I choose one, and if I don't know where to go and how to go there, I definitely click the option called directions. So the directions will definitely lead us to the following places. So this is what all about the maps. Maps is something which will guide you, which will help you to explore places. And maps are something very good opportunity or very good friend for an explorer or a traveler like us. So the maps are something which will tell you that these are the way to go, and definitely it will tell you that if we travel in this site, we will definitely spend less amount of time so that we will travel. So everyone are aware of the thing called GPS, that is Global Positioning System. So it is something US based one which will tell you the exact position of where you are living. So everyone would have used maps in your life. So definitely, or for example, if you are doing a bank transaction also, nowadays the Android phones are something they are asking for a location check. So these are something which will tell you the location. So what are the things which I can get in a map? So in a map, we can get to know where we are heading. For example, I told you in my personal, I would like to say, quote my personal experience also. So that one day I plan to travel from Chennai, I thought of having a very good lunch. So I thought I don't since I was new to Chennai a long back. So I just searched in that. I just put the topic of the name and not. I thought that okay, what are the easy way to go? So immediately I put the direction, click the direction option, and open the Google Maps so that I travel to the destination in the absolute time. So these are the things which definitely help you to move on. So the picture which is in front of you will definitely tell us that what is map. So maps are something. There are different kinds of maps called physical map as well as normal map. So my normal map is something which will tell you what is there and what is here. So the next slide, which is in front of you, is the world map. So these world maps are something you all know, right from our early age, right from our school days. We would have definitely seen this. Maybe now we have been lost a close touch to our schools, but when you reverse your life or when you reback your memories, you would definitely lead to a place where once you entered your classroom, you would have seen world map in one corner of the classroom, or even the pic that is called the globe, which I showed in the first pic, which will be definitely in your principal's room. So these are the things which will tell you where the exact place is. Yes, the next one which is the thing which I want to share you is the map of Indian geographical map. That is, it is a physical physio. It is something called as Indian physical map. It will tell us what exactly a thing is. For example, if you take Tamil Nadu, so this thing which is there, it will tell you the exact thing called what is there. For example, it is a physical one. It does not tell about the districts in Tamil Nadu, but it tells about what is going through and what is there. So if you see that, it will tell us Kolidam River, Palar is a river, Cheri, Tottapetta, which is the highest peak in Nilgiris, and Anaimuli is the highest peak in Western Ghats. So Cardamom Hills. So these are the things will tell us. So how a maps can help me, or how a maps can inspire me. It can inspire you if you are a linguistic. It will definitely inspire you if you are a travelist. If you are a traveler, if you are an explorer, it will definitely help you. Okay, for example, I'm a traveler. So whenever I want like to travel, I just look at the physical map and I just see the this thing Mahi River. So Mahi River, the one great thing of Mahi River is that it is the only river in India which crosses the Tropic of Cancer twice. That is, it starts here and it comes here. So I always have I just see the this thing Mahi River. So Mahi River, the where does it start and how does it end? How, okay, or at least I have a question in my mind that we all know the Tropic of Cancer is something. It is a longitude. So it is a it's a latitude. Tropic of Cancer is the latitude, and it crosses 8 states in India. That is Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. So these are the 8 states in which India Tropic of Cancer crosses in India. So I always have a question. Okay, what will be the condition, or what will be the type of vegetation, or what will be the type of people living at the Tropic of Cancer would expect? Because Tropic of Cancer is something. It's a very good, it is something called the 23.5 degree north latitude, and I always have a inquest, or I always have a crush that yes, I have to visit. So this is what things goes on. For example, you all know that Godavari is called the Dakshin Ganga. So I always have a crush, or I always have a wish that one day I have to travel through the bank of Godavari, so that I need to travel and end up at the Bay of Bengal. So these are the things which definitely inspire you to know things if you are definitely a traveler. And of course, we all know that the Ganga, which is the largest river in India. We all know that the longest river in India is the Ganga. It starts from Devaprayag and ends in the Bay of Bengal at the Sundarban. So Sundarban, we all know that India is something called the India, and for a kind of information, India is situated at the subcontinent. So what is called subcontinent? That is, all the vegetations of the continent will be available at the subcontinent. So India is present as subcontinent. So we'll have all the climatic condition that the entire continent is having. So if you want to go, and we all know the mountain range, the largest mountain range, that is the Himalayas, oldest mountain region, something we'll be facing here. Yes. So the next thing which I want to share you thing is in India we all know that the highly dense population people used to live in the Uttar Pradesh region. So I have a inquest that yes, I have to visit the Ganga, or I have to visit the Sundarban, which is known as the largest delta in the world. So the largest delta in the world for a kind information, gentlemen and ladies, is present in India. That is the Sundarban Delta, and of course we have the tigers also, the Bengal tigers. So famous Bengal tigers. We all know, of course, the tiger is called the national animal. So we all have here. And not only that, in the case of, we all know the highest mountain or the largest rainfall is something which is happening in India only, which happens at Mosenram. It is present at the Kasi Hills, that is in the Meghalaya. So I have always there also I have a question that yes, I have to visit because it is called the largest rainfall in the world. All over the world, we get the highest rainfall and largest rainfall only in Meghalaya. So I have a question that yes, I have to visit that. And of course, the Brahmaputra, which is called the longest river. So longest, which is called the largest river in India. So it takes a U-turn. So if you see the course of Brahmaputra, it starts here. It starts in somewhere in Mansarovar Lake, and it comes to India. It takes a U-turn. That is, it travels from west to east, from north to south, from east to west, and of course, at last, it travels from north to south. So Brahmaputra makes a U-turn. It travels a long way. So I always have a wish that yes, I have to travel one day. I have to travel along the bank of Brahmaputra and see what is that, because it's something called the largest river in India, carrying maximum voyage. And of course, there are many rivers called Koshi, Tista. These are called the lifeline, and of course called the Sorrow of Bihar as well as the lifeline of Sikkim, respectively. So these are the things. If you know the facts that this is the thing which is happening, this is the thing which is happening, and these are the things will definitely, if a person having a quest of knowledge or a quest of inquisitiveness, he will definitely try to visit this region. And of course, we have the Indus River, the oldest river in India, which is marked in the history. That is the Indus Valley civilization. You all know, because in the world there were only four major civilizations. That is Mesopotamia, Egypt, China, and Indus Valley civilization. So India is named to the oldest civilization in the world, one of the four oldest civilizations in the world. So in that case, Indus plays a very major role. So in that case, gentlemen and ladies, if you have a if same the same in question if is present in a person, he will definitely try to visit that. So the next thing is about this something called the physiology, and the next most important thing is the states of India. So we all know that India was divided into 28 states and 90 union territories. So in that case, if a person who wish to see the, because India is some one country which is called the, which is, as I already mentioned, it's present in the subcontinent. So all the religion, it is place of diversity, it is a place of unity also. So unity and diversity is something which is present in India, and of course the cultural differences, because the same culture which people following in Kerala will not be available in the Tamil Nadu. So there will be a huge number of cultural difference, huge number of language difference, because according to the constitution we have around 22 official languages, and of course these things will definitely make India a place of tourism for the other nations. So what are the things which I could do? First of all, if you know the facts, for example, when I take the this type of map, we all know that this Arunachal Pradesh is something called the easternmost part of the India. So has anyone wondered how the people will be living there? How the people will be living there, or how the vegetation will be there? Whether it is summer or winter, or whether it is only rainy season there. So these are the things will definitely motivate a person to go there. Or because we all know that the people, the race of people who are living in the southern India will definitely not be matched with the people living in the northern or eastern India. So these are the things will definitely motivate us. For example, we have been people Tamil Nadu, we are people living in Tamil Nadu will be along the coast, but think of the people who are living only, it is surrounded by land, that is Arunachal Pradesh. There are people only surrounded by the land, that to a foreign nation. So just imagine how the borders. For example, we have the, when we take the case of Arunachal Pradesh, Arunachal is something which is bordering two countries, that is China as well as Myanmar. So just think how the people cultural exchange of things will be among the people who are living in the border. That is only a few meters that will be on the land of China. So just imagine that how the people will be there, how the food habits will be there, what are the kinds of food they would be taking in, or what are the kinds of language they will be using, or what are the types of practices, religious practices, cultural practices they will be following. So these are the things will definitely help us to have a idea or make or reading map as fun. So why? So for the people, I'm talking about the people who are practicing for the UPSC exams or many competitive exams, maps play a very important role. So why maps means because maps is something because whenever if a person who becomes an officer in the Indian Army or Indian Armed Forces, he should have a very good hold of the maps because whenever suddenly he's been posted to Galvan Valley, which is present in Jammu, Ladakh region, or it is present in Ladakh. So you should know the coordinates, or you should know the climatic conditions of what would be there. What are the mountain range which is following? That is the Karakoram range. So what is below that is Ladakh range. What is below that is the Leh Ladakh. It is the Leh. Then comes the Tripanchal. Then comes the Daulata. Then comes the Shivalik. So these are the things an armed forces person or person who are living there should be doing. It. For example, we all know we are living in the southern part of India. So being in the southern part of India, everything we should know about the southern part of India that we will be facing the extreme climatic conditions. We will be facing rainfall will be throughout the year, and what is the Tal Strait. So we all know that in ancient we used to say that there was a land connection between India and Sri Lanka. So what is the bay that is connecting that is Palk Bay and what is called Gulf. So these things, whenever we see the map, will definitely encourage us to learn more. So what is the help or what is the useful of learning these things? Because these things will definitely make us have a wide range of knowledge around the world. So these things will make us a cut above everyone who are present in a group or fire. So because whenever, for example, tomorrow, if anyone in your family has planned to go to Goa, so the best route from Tamil Nadu to Goa is, I suggest, will be going from, for example, if you are in Chennai or if you want to go for Goa, have a very good trip. So the best route as per Google Maps or as per the easiest route to Goa would be traveling through Bangalore. But I suggest coming to Kerala and traveling along the Western Ghats to Goa. So why? Yes, it is a very long trip. It is a very long. I definitely say that it is a very long trip going from Chennai to coming to Kerala and then going to Goa. So this is a very long trip. But if you want to enjoy the nature, if you want to be with the nature, if you want to mingle with the nature, the best route I would suggest that going by the Western Ghats, because Western Ghats is something the continuous range of mountains which will, and in the Karnataka it is something a continuous range of mountains which will help you to mingle with many plants and animals, and of course it will help you to know more about the nature. So these things are known only by reading a map. So whenever if you want to go for easy step, you cannot. We can easily travel from one place to another. But these kinds of things will definitely help us to explore more, know about more about Earth. Because the day before yesterday, I was reading an article that a scientist was saying that if a person wants to, if a person says that there is no alien in a planet, or there is no alien in the universe, it is like taking a spoon of salt water from ocean and saying that there is no aliens. So in the same way, we would see that this is called the map which is in front of you is something called the map of our country. So by seeing that, we cannot come to a conclusion that everything is fine. We have to go inside, we have to search inside, we have to mingle with the nature, we have to mingle with the people, and we have to get to know many things. So this is what we think. For example, we have people living in Tamil Nadu. When we have a friend from North India or they have a friend from Eastern side or Western side, and we cannot come to a conclusion that he's having a very luxurious life in the other parts of India. So we have to go through it and we have to live with it to know more about it. Yes, gentlemen and ladies. So with this, we are coming to the part one of the session. So tomorrow we'll be handling or we'll be seeing the other parts of the world, that is Asian and other countries, other continents. I'd like to say because we all know that like from our earlier we have been seeing many continents. So today we saw about the Indian states or Indian map or how to do, because the only thing which will make us linguistic or which will make the reading maps fun is only the linguistic way. So being linguistic is something which will help us to know more about maps, enjoy the maps, because maps is something for people who are preparing for competitive exams. Maps play a very major, because there always comes a question: what is the country which is neighboring this? What is the country which is neighboring this? So be prepared, gentlemen, and learning maps or being or enjoying reading maps is something an art. So don't miss it. Thank you. Jai Hind.